Today I'm sharing a Temu beauty haul and 5 must-have products you need, at least in my opinion. And yeah, mija, the products I'm showing you in today's video are currently on the skin. These are all items I've previously hauled. I do so many hauls, you guys, that it is bonkers, and I'm always getting new beauty items. I've recently seen a ton of requests for me to share the items from Temu that I gravitate towards the most, items I genuinely like and recommend you give a try. And mind you, everything is affordable. Everything is less than $10. If anything, I want to say only one item is like $8 something, but the price will vary depending on when you go and grab it. You know what I mean? Okay, so we're gonna start off at the beginning. I always say that. We're clearly starting at the beginning. All these items will be listed below. I was able to find links. These are not like my original links. These are just new ones. I went out to Temu myself and like looked them up for you guys. So if you're interested in checking them out, make sure you visit the description box for those. And if you're new here, please consider hitting the subscribe button if you enjoy all things beauty, hauls, tutorials, try-ons, tips and tricks, and all that good stuff. Number one is going to be the Joy Pretty Pore Shrinking it's called the Invisibility Cream. This hydrates, smooths out your pores, and can also be used as a primer. It retails for just $5.07. It is said to be hydrating and concealing. It smooths your fine lines, great for makeup priming, and can also be used on its own. In my experience, I wouldn't say that this is going to help my makeup last a really long time. I have normal combo skin, so depending on the season and depending on like my hormonal situation, I can usually get away with not using a primer. But I did like this specifically for like days where I'm not doing any makeup and I want my skin to look poreless and smooth. It is pore filling too, so like I have enlarged pores in this area here, and it just seems to make my skin look very porcelain smooth. I also find that it's hydrating like a moisturizer and feels a little cooling when you initially apply it. I've tried a series of primers and pore smootheners from Temu, but this is the one that I've continued to use, and there's like a nice little dent on the back if you can see. 2 little pumps goes a very, very long way. If you've been with me for a while, you know I've tried so many Temu foundations to date, but this one is an OG for me. I have probably 2 or 3 more backups, and it's only $1.98. It's available in 10 shades. I will say the shades are semi-limited, so deeper complexions will not find a shade that works for them, which is extremely unfortunate. And anyone with fair skin may not necessarily find the undertone that you need. It's mostly like pinky undertones for people with fair skin, which is also unfortunate. Mine is in the shade number 6. I wanted to show you the bottom. It's the one with the flower. Maybe that reminds you of seeing this on my channel. Girl, this was filled all the way to the top. That shows you how much I like this foundation. I use it very, very frequently, especially when I'm not reviewing a new foundation or trying a new foundation like behind the scenes and stuff like that. This is a great foundation for me personally when I am going to Miami and I have zero plans of wearing makeup. It's just like a chill moment with the family. And I'm like, what if we decide to go to dinner or something? So I just grabbed this and put it in one of the tiny Ipsy bags with a mini concealer, a tiny setting powder, a brow product, and I call it a day. This looks amazing on the skin. And I know when you initially look at it, because I was intimidated at first too. I was like, oh, number 6 is definitely not my shade. I should have gone lighter. But no, once you blend it out, I don't know if it's magical or what, because when you dab it onto the skin, it does look a little darker. But then when you blend it out, it literally melts into my skin and it looks like it's just my skin. I love the coverage. It's a medium full coverage in my opinion. It doesn't feel drying on the skin and it sets to like a powder-like finish. This product is buildable. However, I would limit the amount of product that you apply on the skin. It has such beautiful coverage. You don't want to overdo it. And I want to be clear on something before anybody says anything sideways at me. This video is not sponsored. I have another sponsored video coming your way, but this one's not. This is basically my response to the requests for me to share like my go-tos from Temu beauty section. While I'm at it, let me remind you guys to make sure you're interacting with today's video. Make sure you're doing all the things for me. You're hitting that like button and you're commenting as you go along. I also want to hear what your favorite Temu beauty items are. So make sure you leave a comment and like list them below. I don't think that you can leave links. I might be wrong, but just kind of like share that with us. That way us Temu beauty lovers can go check them out. You never know, I might end up snagging some of your suggestions. And a shout out to my channel members is a must. This here is my G Squad, an amazing group of people who have joined channel memberships that are supporting the channel at a higher level. If you're ever interested in joining channel memberships, all you need to do is hit the join button below and you are good to go. My eyeballs. My eyeballs. I have tried a series of eyeshadow palettes from Temu and I'm gonna continue to snag them because I've found some gems on there. But in terms of the palette that truly surprised me, I'm gonna say it was this one over here, the Mafic Leopard Shadow Palette, which is a dupe for, I wanna say, the Tarte Man Eater palette. This is the only item out of my 5 top Temu Beauty must-haves that is like almost $10. Everything else is obviously gonna be a lot more affordable. This was available in 2 different color stories, one with like poppy reds and like warmer tones, but I'm a sucker for cool tones. And I saw this and I was like, okay, cool, I'll check it out. I admit, I was way more impressed with this baby in person than the actual photo. The photo had some contrast to it, but you know how sometimes photos can be deceiving? Pero mija, this helped me create this eye look. This palette is available for $9.52. I don't have a promo for you right now or anything like that, but this palette. So basically I used a few shades on the eyeball. I could have gone really, really shimmery or I could have just gone matte. So I did a bit of a combo. I went in with some mattes and then I added a frost over top so that I can maintain that cool toned effect on the eyelids, which is what I was going for today. The eyeshadows are impressively pigmented, buttery, blendable. I got 0 fallout and I dare to say it performed just as great as a high-end US brand's formula. Insane, I know. I'll go ahead and give you swatch. Let's do a shimmer. Look how pretty and intense that is. Let's do this silver. I thought about putting the silver on my eyeball and then I was like, no, maybe not. Look at how pretty that is. Oh my gosh, let's go with this brown. Look at how intense that is. This palette, I'm gonna say, is a must-have. I absolutely love her. And I feel like not even drugstore eyeshadow palettes have this amount of pigment to it, but also the formulation is like a little off. I can't believe it, but I highly recommend it. And by the way, I use my primer on the lids. 0 creasing. Usually like super affordable or like cheap formulas start to crease instantly, and this one did its thing. My highlighter is a dupe for the ABH Amresi highlighter. Even like within the packaging, it looks like it. Now, mind you, that one was a little expensive. I want to say the ABH Amresi was like almost $30, if not at the $30 mark. And I remember it sold out like 3 times and I couldn't get my hands on it. Like every time I went in, it would sell out, which was super annoying. It retails for $4.41. I've also had this for quite a while. I want to say I've had this for at least 1.5 years. Does that not look like the Amresi and ABH highlighter? Stunning. It has a number 2 in the back. I wouldn't be able to give you too much detail on this other than the listing says it's called Awakening Light. Look at the tip of the nose. And that's after I blended it out because it was a lot. It was like literally a beaming light coming off of my face. It's not chalky, it looks hydrating. It didn't emphasize texture in my skin in a really ugly way. It doesn't look drying. It's not powdery. Where's my brush? It is insane how this highlighter performs. Let me show you on the back of my hand. Look at how pretty. Literally a beaming light coming from your face. And I freaking love her, and it's less than $5. And what's funny is I got it, I loved it, and I was like, okay, well, I mean, I never got the Amresi, so whatever. And then I got the Amresi, I don't know how, but it was featured in a beauty box, and now I have the 2. Amresi is back there, and this one stays here with me. It's just the same. I can do a comparison like shorts if you guys want to see that. Just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you go check out all of my shorts because I've been doing shorts and stuff. So if you want to see like comparison shorts of like high-end and dupes, like for some doopy dupes, I'd be happy to show you guys. And those would be a lot easier for me to put together and release faster and more frequently versus like long form videos. And then my lashes. Listen, towards the latter part of 2024, I found that Temu has self-adhesive lashes. For well over a year, these Russian lashes have been everything for me. And by the way, I have backups. Yes, I still love these. If I'm gonna go with a full-on strip lash, these are my go-tos. Pero I discovered these in the later part of 2024. These are absolutely amazing. They go for $4.82. Again, you can get anything and everything that you see on Temu for a lot cheaper if you have like credits and like discounts and stuff. Don't mind that one. I put her back because I wanted to go with a longer one. But as you can see, they're just there. You know what? I am going to sacrifice one for the greater good. You just take the lash and kind of like apply it. You have to apply it on the lower part because the glue is on the top part of the lash, as you can see, right? So you want it to kind of go like this. You apply it and then you press. I recommend, if you're not used to pressing it with the tool, press it with your fingers. It's easier to press with your fingers and remove your fingers rather than a tool. The tool is going to grip onto the glue a little bit and then you're gonna have to like finagle it to get it off so you're not ripping the lash out. But once this baby stays, it stays, and the glue does a really good job at kind of like staying adhesive-y, if you will. I have another one to show you. I wanted to show you the two because this is what introduced me to Temu press-on self-adhesive lashes, and this one became the newer obsession. They both work wonderfully and are around the same price point. This one I've managed to keep on and go to sleep with them on. They may move a little bit and you just kind of have to like do one of these because obviously like depending on how you sleep, and I sleep like this. But these last overnight. I was able to like quickly wash my face with an oil-free cleanser and then get to cooking breakfast and stuff, and it stayed put. I forgot they were even on, and they're very, very comfortable, so you seem to forget that, right? But I found that these stick a lot better. The glue is way stronger. Now, I never had an issue with these coming off, ripping off, or anything like that, but I just find that the glue on this one makes you feel way more secure. It's a weird thing. You have to experience it to know what I'm saying. Even just when you're applying it, these grip a lot faster. Unfortunately, these have sold out. They were available. I started talking about them. I guess other people snagged them, tried them, and now they no longer have them available. I literally have them notifying me when they come back in stock because I have to get more of these. They're so freaking fantastic. So I do recommend these two. They're gonna be linked below. I'll give you the code for this one because it is sold out. But these are the McKiwis, and then these are the onesies. So in this case, you're getting like a 2-for-1 bonus because item number 5, you can go with either of these and it's gonna be golden. And now that I've shared my top 5 Temu Beauty must-have items, let me know below. Have you tried them already? Are they in your cart? Are you adding them to cart? I'm really curious and want to know. Also, make sure that you leave your suggestions below. If you've made it all the way through, you are a real one. Thank you so much. I really hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.